Hello and welcome to Being Naked. My name is Venus Castleberg, your host. Being naked for me, like the impetus behind it was to tap into this, really this gift of vulnerability. But I'd also like to really tap into the gift of you. Like, there's so much that you bring to this world that nobody else can. Hello, Facebook user. um, if you give what is it, StreamYard permission, then I can see your name. But anyway, what is it that you have to offer that nobody else has to offer? What is magical about you? And I can already feel some of you get defensive, even and some of the walls and barriers come up. So let's take our deepest barriers down, even the ones we don't know about. And what if it's a lie that the walls keep us safe? What if the walls are just what keep us separate? And if we're trying to keep ourselves separate from the world, we're actually keeping ourselves separate from ourselves. Because any separation causes us to be separate from all of it. So deepest barriers down, even the ones we don't know about. And what can you acknowledge about you? What is great about you? There are things about you that nobody knows because you keep it secret or hidden because it's too weird or different. But what if being weird and different and acknowledging you is the key for things to getting even greater? So let's try it on. Think about something that maybe nobody else knows about you that is a superpower of your own. Maybe you're a clairvoyant medium. Maybe you talk to animals. Maybe you talk to plants. But if you acknowledged it, if you recognized your greatness, you get more of it. So what if you acknowledged more of you? Hello, Christina. Welcome. Right? What else could I ask yourself? What else could I acknowledge about me that I've never dared acknowledge? And I wonder what that acknowledgement could create. Because gratitude and acknowledgement grow. It multiplies everything, makes everything greater. So if things are already great, awesome, they can get better. So what can you acknowledge about that? And just try it on. And you don't have to necessarily say it to anybody else. But what if you could acknowledge it for you? Like, acknowledge that you're quirky. Acknowledge that you're weird, right? But that's what makes you great. What can you acknowledge that would create so much greater in your world? If you'd just be willing to say, hey, you know what? I'm pretty good at that. I'm a spatial mathematician. Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? I wonder. So a spatial mathematician means they can look at a space and pretty much tell you exactly what could fit in there and how much could fit in there. So I can look at, I know the back of my car. I remember it in my brain. Christina says, what is it? Okay. I remember the back of my car in my brain. So if I go to the store and I buy something, I know if it'll fit in there. So let's say I buy furniture and people are like, oh, that's not going to fit in your car. And I'm like, actually, this one will fit in my car. I know before even taking something out to my car if it'll fit or not. And if it won't fit, then I'm like, okay, then I find a different way. I can also know how much I can fit in my car. I was kind of a gypsy for a while, moved around quite a bit, lived only with the things that I could fit in the back of my car. So I could tell how many boxes can go in there, but without even doing it, and then know that I could take that car load and all that stuff. But I know, like, I can look at something and say that will fit there. Spatial mathematician. So where are you magic that you've never acknowledged? And I just want you to really ponder this, because there's something even greater possible when you acknowledge what you're already great at. And the more you acknowledge what you're great at, the greater it will get. So the stronger that muscle becomes. So let's say you're a clairvoyant medium. Well, just like anything, if you use it, if you acknowledge it, if you say that's what I do and you practice it, it gets stronger. It also gets greater and stronger and more magical if you actually just acknowledge it and say, hey, you know what? I'm really great at that. So I wonder what you could acknowledge about you today. And I would love to have you comment. You can leave comments below this video or send me a private message, because I would love to hear your acknowledgements of you today. And I adore you. Thank you so much for watching and listening. You guys are amazing. I will see you again next week. Bye.